Hi guys. This is so exciting. Um, Welcome to the first ever episode of Wanna Talk About It podcast. I am your fun, loving, silly, goofy, intelligent host, Sydney Wann. Um, the podcast name is actually a play on my last name, so it's Wann. Wanna talk about it. Y'all get it? I want to shout out my friends for giving me that name. You know who you are. So, yeah, this podcast is going to be everything you want and more. I really want this to be more focused on pop culture and music per se, plus with, of course, um, just like life events. Speaking of life event, I something crazy happened. I am now a college graduate. So I'm recording this Saturday, May 11th, the day before Mother's Day. And this time last week, I literally was fist bumping the country music star Hardy at my graduation. So yeah, I graduated with a music business degree, which is super fun. I've always wanted that degree for like since middle school. And so yeah, I do if you are watching this in person, this background won't really be the same. I am home for the weekend. And so we're in I wouldn't say childhood home because my family moved here not last week, last month. And so this is the artifacts of my childhood. Like you y'all see this guitar right here to my right, maybe y'all's left, I don't know. Um, I've had that guitar since I was like a kid. Never learned how to play. People who play guitar have my utmost respect to a degree. Yes, there are some artists I'm not a big fan of that they're like, oh my goodness, he's like a guitar genius. I'm like, okay, cool. So is every other person that plays guitar. But if you play piano, I think y'all are more cool because that's a little bit harder. I play a little bit of piano. Don't expect me to play y'all some right now because I just don't have it. We have the Eras tour. Literally, okay. Oh my goodness, I'm really about to say this on the podcast. Right here behind the balloons of my graduation party. That is a cardboard cutout of Harry Styles. I brought him to prom, the only prom I had junior year. I did graduate in 2020 of high school. So he will have his own whole, Taylor and Harry will have their own episode on this podcast because I just love him. I love him. I love both of those human beings to the max. I just love them. They're so sweetie. I've never met them, but I know they're really sweetie. Also, I'm just giving y'all some precursors before we go divulge into this episode. Fun fact, I cannot pronounce big words. So if I say something wrong and you know what I'm trying to say, accept that and move on. There's no need to be like, you said this wrong. Okay, cool. Do you want a PhD, I guess? Um, what else? Can't spell, but y'all won't notice that here. If y'all know me personally, like full on, like have my number and like know where I live, oh my goodness. I guess you will know me way more personally now if you're watching this. So, my friends who've like encouraged me to start this podcast, I love y'all. Hand hearts, doing the hand hearts for y'all if y'all are not watching. So yeah, let's begin.
Sounds good.
Okay, guys, welcome to the episode. This is the first ever episode of this podcast, like I said. Let's go into music. There's been some good music. It's May now, so we should be hearing the song of the summer by now. I don't know what the song of the summer is going to be. Let's think, we have Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. I've had some help It's if you're on my side of TikTok, you've heard that I've had some help. Yeah, I'm trying to not get copyrighted. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, listen to the song. But I will say it does sound a little bit different than the TikTok clips. So I don't know. So music business fact. So what you're listening to is called a masters. And so I don't know if the demo and before the masters was released, if they made Post Malone's like voice less raspy. Again, I don't know. I'm not trying to speculate, but I hear like 1% difference, but that 1% difference does is it's there. We hear it and we know it. She's shining and everything. So yeah, that's very interesting. So that was one new music y'all should listen to. Oh my goodness, the Torture Poet Department. Like I said, Mother Taylor. I'm gonna just have a whole episode on her plus her music. So I'll just tell y'all need to listen to it. It's a double album. So the end of the album, and then the next album starts with Black Dog. That song. That song. Mm-mm. Mm-mm, y'all. Black Dog. That's a masterpiece. And if you do not agree with me, then I can't help you there. Cannot help you there. Yeah, so the Tortured Poet Department is out. Y'all should listen to it. You should probably know what that album is, especially if you follow like a bunch of people on this social media, like on Instagram, like when she was at the Grammys and she was like, oh, and by the way, my 13th album. Is it 13? 12? Okay, we get the hint. Okay. No, it's her 11th. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. After she won a Grammy, she said, My next album is the Torture Poet Department. And then Taylor Nation and Taylor, whoever runs her socials, dropped the album cover. She dropped the album cover, and every person I knew, man or woman, was reposting that. And I said, Oh my goodness, the impact that she has. Oh my goodness, speaking of album drops, Casey Musgrave also dropped an album through the Grammys called The Deeper Well. The one song that I cried to one time, The Architect. Pause this, come back, please come back. Pause this, come back, listen to The Architect. Oh, and the song Deeper Well. I found a deeper well. Please do not copyright me. Oh my goodness, no. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to think. Benson Boone, he's the one that like on the radio with like beautiful things. Um, yeah, that's that's a good song. I haven't heard his album though, I'm not gonna lie. Megan Maroney, the Indifferent song that's out. Her new album's coming out, I think in June or July. It's gonna be it's like depressing blue. I don't know what that means. So hopefully it's not a sad girl summer album. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. Give you know what? Speaking of music, let's talk about this. 2014 to 2016. Just 2014 to like 2018, but specifically 2014 to 2016. That music, they don't make it anymore. We had 1989. We had Beauty and the Beat. We had Selena Gomez. 14 Karat. That song's so great. Like they don't make music like they used to. I don't know. Like early 2000s, I really listened to early 2000s country. I really love that era of country, but pop 2014 to we had Katy Perry. We had E.T. We had oh my goodness, Horse. Me and my friend from middle school, we were lab partners. Not we were table partners, okay? They did not make me do some lab stuff in middle school. They probably do now, not gonna lie, the middle school I went to. But my like we had this thing and we would just like mouth, are you ready for it? Ready for it? She's a beast. I call her Karma. We had a whole routine and our teacher hated us whenever like there was like the starting motion and whenever she saw us doing that, she was like, girls, stop it. You're like, you can't stop us. You can't stop us. Um, oh my goodness, yeah, Katy Perry. I think the Kanye version of the ET, his rap so good. I'm not a Kanye fan. I will like to state that. but he did okay on that. So he did good on that song. But yeah, like bring back 2014 to 2016 music. I don't know why they don't make it like that. Also, you had One Direction. You had the pureness, the the oh my goodness, the mountaintop. That's not the word that I'm trying to think of. Oh my goodness. Peak of thank you. Thank you, brain. You had the peak of One Direction. Bring back One Direction. I just bring it back. This is it's just four, the album four. Okay, go off. Midnight Memories. You had their last album made in the AM. I think that was a top tier album. The writing of that, I spoke my truth. But I think for me, the best album was Midnight Memories. You had Frat Boy Harry era, and I think it was Memories. I'm gonna like text my friend and be like, hey, what era was Harry in? No, you had Frat Boy Harry, you had Frat Nile, like there were movies. Bring back One Direction. What do we do as a society towards the global society? Do we need to bring back One Direction? There's no boy bands. I spoke my truth. There is no boy band that where are they? Where are they? I don't see them. First off, I'm probably would be older than the boy band, but I don't want to discard my age. Actually, no, I would definitely be their age. But yeah, you see the prime. Speaking of boy bands, have y'all seen the Amazon Prime, the like movie that was based off of Harry Styles' Wattpad? Not after. No, 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 no. It's called Idea View. Yeah, Idea View is with oh my gosh, what's the actor's name? No, his first name's Nick. I'm not even gonna try to say his last name. Nick and Anne Hathaway. It was so cute. It was giving Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles. It gave that a vibe. And I told my friend that, and she was like, It's funny as if he did live that. It's like, okay, so true. Also, side note, this is such a major side note. I don't know when I'm releasing this. Hopefully in the beginning of the week. And then I will record and maybe release another one and then stick to whatever day that the second episode's out. Like that will be my thing. But also I am definitely in the transition of trying to find a job and just being a post-grad girly. So like this is my fun little hobby. Anyways, back to music. Bring back One Direction. Gone but never forgotten. No. You know what? Let's live in a world that One Direction, say that we're in the peak of One Direction and we're also in the peak of Taylor Swift. The world would combust. You have the Eras tour and then you have One Direction tour. Simply, girls would be we'd be broke. We would be big girl broke. So yeah, that's my little rant on music, how they don't make it anymore. Bring back 2014 to 2016, bring back One Direction. Zayn Malik did an interview with Zach saying, I love that man. Zach, if you're ever watching this, hello, please let me be on your show for one day, please. I haven't watched that interview though, I'm not gonna lie. But I've seen tidbits. So I was like, okay, I gotta watch this. Because if you know anything about Zayn Malik, you know he does not go on to interviews. He did one with Call Her Daddy, and that was really good. A really, really good interview. So I'd recommend watching that. And then Zach saying, again, haven't seen it, so I can't give you my full opinion, but the clips I did see, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 besties. Yeah, let's think. Pop culture news. Oh my goodness, y'all. The pop culture news. We had the Met Gala. We have the Eras Tour. It has been a busy day. Okay, so the Met Gala, let's start there. Let's start with the Met Gala. So the theme of that was Sleeping Beauties, reawakening fashion. And I know you're thinking, Sydney, what is all I got from that was florals. Florals and the Hunger Games District 1. Let's put D1 and florals together. Boom, you have Sleeping Beauty. Apparently, it was based off of a storybook, Sleeping in the Garden or The Garden Time Sleeping. According to Vogue, because Vogue is the host of this year's 2024 Met Gala, Dress code was The Golden Time, inspired by J.G. Ballard's short story of the same title, which was written in 1962. Okay. Read it, I guess. Your girl don't know. But like I said, Zendaya, best look goes to Zendaya. There is no arguing with that. She's she's just so great. I love that woman. Haven't met her. Don't know why I acted like I met her, but I just know I would. But yeah, so think of florals in District 1 of the Hunger Games. We did see a reunion of Emma Chamberlain and Jack Harlow. If you don't understand that reference, it was like I think it was the first Met Gala that both of them went to, or at least Jack Harlow. I do know that because he did perform at my college the weekend before, and everyone was like, "Oh, bro, what? You were in Murfreesboro, Tennessee last Wednesday, and now you're at the Met Gala. Go off, I guess." So there was an interview, and at the end, he was like, "Bye, I love you," and she was like, "Okay." Like she was like, "Oh, didn't expect that." That would be so me coded too. So ever since then, they're like best friends. Became like a viral thing. But it didn't come too viral because my 65-year-old woman mother, oh my goodness, my mom's gonna kill me, didn't get the reference either. So if she gets the reference, you went big. So yeah, we did see that. Why have I not seen a single photo of the Kardashian Jenners at the Met Gala? Like I know they went, y'all. Like let's not be stupid. They definitely went. But like, where was that? Apparently Kendall was not on brand. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak on that because I didn't see it, so I can't give you my full opinion, my full PhD of pop culture opinion. Um, so yeah, the Met Gala, I think they made a splash. They made like what a little kid would think that their cannonball would have made, like in their head. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when you jump into a pool and you're like 4 years old, you're like, Mom, did I get you wet? Did my splash be big? And it was like a pebble. That's not what I said, y'all. The only like major rap artist that I will listen to day in, day out is my girl Nicki Minaj. Going back to making music, I love her. My two friends did go see her over the weekend. A little bit jealous. She came to Nashville. I don't know why I didn't go. I think the tickets were like too expensive. But Nicki Minaj, Super Bass. I don't even have to say it because you know the song. And if you don't know it, go on your little Apple or Spotify and beep boop bop Super Bass. Your life will be changed. I think that was like one of my first ever songs that I knew that was like rap. And then I knew the whole lyrics. And my mom was like, "What? You're in fourth grade. Why are you singing this?" I'm like, "Because it's catchy, mom. Boom, 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 baby." I was like, oh my god, I just love Nicki Minaj. Like, I love her albums. But yeah, that's really the only like people that I really listen to. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so my final tidbit of pop culture is the Eras Tour. It's fearless. Hi, I'm Taylor. Speak now. Okay, if y'all get the reference, we are automatically best friends. Yeah, so Taylor Swift has started her little European leg of the Eras Tour this past week on Thursday. She's in Paris for like I don't know how many dates, but she's in Paris right now. By this time, okay, it's 3 o'clock. Everyone do the math. So right now it's 9 o'clock in London. So they're an hour difference. So it's did I say 9 o'clock? It's 10 o'clock. One thing about me, I do not know math, but I do know time zones. That is my party trick. So she should be at least in the okay, so what? It's like 10:30, 10:25 there. So she should be in her like karma era. No, TTPD. Anyways, or it's surprise song. It could be surprise songs. But yeah, she is in her little tour. It's her whole Eras. I don't think I need to explain to y'all what the Eras tour is, but it will be in the episode about her. So, um, but anyways, so the global economy is going off. I know. Literally, this woman had like presidents mailing her stuff, being like, please come to my country. Like, name another artist that has that. I'll wait. I will wait. So yeah, the era store is back. She did add an extra era, the torture poet department. Um, trying to think. I'm trying to think of it. Oh, there's new outfits, y'all. And she's already making a splash within Stan Twitter. So she wore a dress. So not a dress. Sorry, she wears a t-shirt in the beginning of 22, the Red album era, and hers was it's this. This is not Taylor's version because usually she has little sayings. I think last night was, "I bet you think of me." I don't know what tonight's saying was, but everyone was like, "Was that a diss to people?" Or was that like silly goofy? Like, what does she mean by that? And this woman is a mastermind of Easter eggs. She is the Easter Bunny. Easter Bunny needs to take notes on her, respectfully, about how to drop those eggs. See, that's a college degree brain. But yeah, she's pretty silly. Anyways, yeah, so she's in Paris. She's doing London, and I will be in London soon. No, I am not going to see her. Haven't bought tickets. If I cannot get tickets, then respectfully, y'all, I will not see her. I will not be in London when she is in London. But that city would be raining terror from me if I don't see her. So I'm not gonna put myself through that ringer. Do I live in her hometown of Tennessee? Yes. Yes. But is she ever here? Nope. And if she is, I will respectfully move out of this city. But yeah, so the Eras Tour started, so keep y'all's eyes peeled on that. I just really, really, really love I just love her. She's so silly. She's so like pooky, if that makes sense. Like, oh my goodness. Like I said, I don't want to talk too much about her because she's gonna have her own episode, y'all. She is, because she deserves that. She deserves that. Also, happy Mother's Day weekend to all the mothers out there. Happy Mommy's Day, Mom. I won't say your name yet. Did I say how old you were? Yes. Did I probably get it wrong? Yes, but you can't be mad at me. Um, but yeah, so it's Mother's Day. I got my mom. Oh my goodness, I want to know what happened. So like I'm on the phone with her. I call her every 30 minutes. Mom, my car's stuck. Mom, I failed a test. Mom, I'm bored. Okay. Cause your girl's also an only child. So she who else she gonna call? I only call my dad when I need stuff. Okay. I know that sounds so bad to say, but like he's a busy working man. My mother, she's retired. So, I was gonna say something, but I won't. Um, so yeah, I call her and I was like, Mom, like I'll go buy you flowers for Valentine for Mother's Day. And she says, I don't like flowers. You've never seen someone give me flowers. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm just trying to be a thoughtful daughter. Just trying to level up here. I said, well, what do you want? She was like, can you give me tennis balls? I need a new pack. She's back in her tennis era. If y'all know us personally, she was a major pickleball lover. She did happily transfer back into tennis. So I got her two packs of tennis balls. They were like $3 each, so it was like $6 plus card and a bag. Yeah, so I'm not complaining there, but I was just like, you don't want flowers? Like, what mother doesn't want flowers? I guess my mother, I almost said her full name. I know she would murder me if I said her full name on here. She'd be like, you didn't ask my permission. I've been like, Queen. Queen, you say my full name, you say my name. Yeah, so fun fact about our relationship. I say her full name. I guess not on the pod yet, but like if I call her and I'm like, "Hey, insert name." And I know all my friends are like, "You don't call your mom mom." And I'm like, "No, I do. I do, depending on her mood." But 9 out of 10 times I always call her name. Cause I'm like, she doesn't say, hello, daughter. No, she says Sydney. Sydney, what do you want? And I was like, yada yada. So, yeah. So, guys, this is a little bit of a shorter episode. I just really wanted to get the jitters out of the way. Why can I not? Okay. So yeah. So I found some really erupted. Okay, so how we're gonna end this episode, and I hopefully for every episode, I'm gonna tell you all my obsessions. So I have been cripply obsessed with Young Sheldon. It's on Netflix, y'all, but they only have 6 seasons. They're ending the seventh season this upcoming week. So I won't tell you what happened, but if you watch Young Sheldon, the main event has happened. It's all over my TikTok. But I know just because I've already seen how they tell you what happened, I'm gonna sob. Like young Sheldon. Sheldon Cooper, this little boy who plays him does so well. Jim Parson, love him. Montana Jordan, love him. Um, Forgot who the actor's name is for the little sister, Missy. Love her. I'm obsessed with Missy. She would be me if I had siblings. Let me be the brunt of it. Be like, you're not cool. No, because I would literally be me as a sibling. All my friends are like, thank goodness you don't have siblings. But I'm overly obsessed with young Sheldon. It came to a point at one point where I was living with my sorority sisters, and they literally were like, you have to leave this house. Like, respectfully, we love you, but you got to do something else. So we're back in that era. Musically, I'm just obsessed with Taylor Swift. Trying to give you all quick obsessions. What am I binging? What favorite food is quesadillas, fun fact. But yeah, my major obsession of the week is Young Sheldon. It's probably gonna be like this until I finish. I'm almost into season 5. Okay, y'all. I started season 3 3 days ago. So do I have an issue? Yes. Oh, also another show I've been binge watching, but I can't binge watch a show at the same time, like 2 shows at the same time. It is White Collar. That's gonna have its episode, or maybe we'll mix an episode of my favorite TV shows. But all you gotta know, it's about conning people, and at one point I thought I could con people. Um, I don't, I do not con people. I follow the law. But at one point I was like, I could go to New York and do this. So yeah, so that is the episode. I know it's really quick and all, but whatever you're listening to this on, I hope you have a good day, evening, afternoon, night, whatever it is. Just a good week. Follow the Instagram, wanna talk about it podcast. I think it's that underscore. Hopefully I create a TikTok before this. Probably not. The TikToks will be released. Follow, give it a like, send it to your friends. Be like, oh my goodness, my new podcaster, Sydney Wann. She's pretty iconic. I'm over here playing with my like medical health insurance card. Like this thing is so fun. I want to show y'all on camera, but I'm not respectfully because I don't want people to steal my identity. But really flimsy. I could literally probably tear if I wanted to. But that is it. So follow. Y'all have a wonderful week and peace and love.